deep in an underground secret Pacific Island lair, Pop Culture Minefield presents Saturday Morning Funtime. This is the Comic Relief Crusader telling you to get your morning cereal ready, because here we go.
Good morning. Well, it's morning somewhere at least. You'll
Yeah.
notice that I am neither Keith nor Gary. Gary is still recovering, but he will be back Monday. And Keith is having internet issues. So it's just us to start with. So yeah, that's so the audience gets just us. For now.
Yay! How are you, John?
I'm doing good. I
Good,
would
good,
like
good.
to we had 6 dropping super stickers before the stream even started. So she dropped a poop super sticker,
Poop.
which I assume is for Gary. So we'll make sure to package that up and deliver it to his house. And the rose, which I assume is for Anima. So, but she's in the chat. So, but yeah, we've got some people already here this morning. Your Muslim uncle was here early. And like I said, 6 and Anima Confusa. That's it's a good start. We'll have more rolling in.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Okay, let's go with this for 6.
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
And for your second one,
Human sacrifice, dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria.
Yay! So
So, we
today,
have- oh.
yeah, I'm not going to try and delay this as long as possible. But to let you know what we're talking about today, we'll be discussing our top 5 series picks from streaming services that came out this year. Now, I don't know whether that's going to include seasons that have come out this year, even though the show may have started before. But just to make sure, I made a list for each.
I think it would qualify. The thing is, the only restriction is the year of release. Oh man, it's been a little rough for me. I haven't seen as many things as I like.
Yeah.
I tried to make a list, but it was so thin, and so I will have to leech off your list. And when we were off camera, of course, you remind me of 2 or 3 that I have to watch for PCM. So I am not at that at the loss, but I am going to be repetitive.
Well, there's one I pulled off my list because it was also on broadcast TV. So
there's one
that doesn't count.
And this one, it's a series I've been following, an animated series, but I haven't seen the season, the new season that was released like 1 week or 2 weeks ago. So even the show I know I like, I can in good conscience talk about a season that I haven't seen yet.
Yeah. Well, and now I know that our lists are both going to include Secret Invasion.
Oh yes,
and
She-Hulk,
Mandalorian season 3 and She-Hulk, and because we all know that. Oh, and Star Trek: Strange New Worlds.
Oh yeah,
because we all know those are all quality streaming shows.
Oh no, I can't. I can't.
No, I can't even say that with a straight face. Sorry,
I can't. I can't support that lie.
No, I can't. I couldn't do that with a straight face. That's just a little too much. Yes, those are crap. Although I am giving Ahsoka a pass. I don't hate Ahsoka. It has some issues, but it has been enjoyable to me. I've
Yeah,
I haven't watched it and wanted to shut it off. So
I'm in the same boat. I always like, well, always no, because that character was designed to be unlikable at the beginning, so they could make the character could gain the public through their character arc, and
yeah,
it worked. It worked with me. It worked with my my youngest daughter. When I showed the first animated movie, the Clone Wars, oh, she hated Ahsoka. Now she's Ahsoka number one fan. Uh,
Huh.
so I have that I have the love for the character, and yeah, the show hasn't been all that it can be, but it's not insulting. The sad thing is that our new criteria for enjoying something. Oh, they're not spitting in my face. Then I
yeah,
like it.
yeah. That's it's bad that it's come to that. The media companies really don't care about us anymore. They don't care about us fans. But if they don't spit in my face, hey, I'll watch.
Hmm.
That's kind of a sad comment on where things are. That's why gaming is better than
Oh,
shows nowadays.
right. Vox Machina had a season
Yep,
this year.
it's on my list. Yeah, it's on my list.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Yeah, season 2 was this year. Hey, Keith.
yeah. Sadly, my list is looking very much like yours.
Glad you could join us.
Hey, technology,
Hello.
it's an amazing thing.
Yep,
No,
it
yeah.
is.
Especially when it breaks up. Oh man, how are you today, kid?
You know what?
You're still having problems. I don't think.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes.
Okay. See, outside of technology, I thought I was doing well. So
Yeah.
Skynet didn't like that one.
Skynet can stick it when the sun don't shine, but you know. Hello, everybody. Hello, Six. Hello, everybody in chat. Wow, we seem to have got a nice audience today.
Yeah.
I think they came for curiosity. They saw the title and really there are 5 good things.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes,
Now,
yes.
go
ahead.
We need some actual clarification here.
Okay.
I wasn't sure if the good things included shows that have already aired but are streaming new seasons this year. So I split my list into those two.
Look at you overachieve.
And I didn't include movies because there's a
Of
few
course.
good movies that came out this year too that were streaming.
You know what? I mixed it all together. That's what
okay.
I did. I mixed it all together. Because
Yeah.
look, streaming is really at the heart of some of the problems that have been going on right now. And if you are a fan of other shows, especially Valiant Renegade and WDW Pro and thatparkplace.com and of course, you know, Nerdrotic and everyone else, you understand what I'm talking about. It's definitely at the heart of the problem, especially with what Disney is going through. And for me, at this point in time, if you can find 5 really good shows that are truly worth it, and not just wasting of the time, but are just really good at what they do, that's worth noting. You know, it's a positive development. So
now I'm going to say with the caveat that good is subjective. And there's some of these shows that I acknowledge that aren't good, but I enjoyed them. So what am I going to do? Leave them off the list? I mean, actually, now that I look at my list, I did leave most of those off. Never mind. The one exception is on my list of returning shows.
Well, look, as of right now, there are people who think that the current crop of streaming Star Wars shows are on average good. And those that think that on average they're bad, I just think that, it really is first and foremost up to us. But to me, there's something called quality. And there has to be that kind of a standard. It's something that as you get older and you start really looking at the whole of entertainment, you start to see that there is an attempted striving for quality in what you produce. And that seems to be something that these last few years hasn't really been the case, especially when it comes to streaming. It seems like everyone wanted to get as much content to be able to fill all of the hours that streaming had that were capable if you decided to sit down and watch it all. And some of it's led to some good things, some unusual things, strange things, some hits that we didn't even see coming, and some things that are, in my opinion, just bad. I mean, it's just bad stuff. And I think a lot of it is really in killing off the mid-budget and low-budget films. All they did was just transfer a lot of that stuff into the streaming world.
Yeah.
So a lot of bad ideas that would normally wind up on, late night cable or in, the $5 or less bin at Walmart.
Oh.
Yeah.
Not now.
While we've lost Keith for a second, I would like to acknowledge we have Zach's in the house.
Yes.
And
Hey, fuck you, Kyle.
that's from Gary to you.
Yeah. Keith?
Sorry, I had to do that. Yeah.
Keith,
Yeah,
we lost you when you said Walmart. And then
Yeah.
audio.
Wow. This is
Yeah.
not good. I got to figure out what is going on. You know what? I'm going to do something. We're just going to let John run this today while I'm having problems.
Okay.
You will leave this out, my friend, because it's starting to get a little off and on here, and it'd probably be easier since you were already doing it anyway, and I interrupted you. So I apologize.
Well, yeah, but this is your show, so I mean, you're one of the two major hosts, but I don't mind.
Not according to Skynet.
Well, yeah, they're not exactly cooperating to let you on the show, right? But
I know. Obviously, what I have to say has been controversial over the last 24 to 48 hours. So that's okay.
Yeah.
I meant every word
All
of it.
right, well, as I was explaining before, we are going through our list of shows that are on streaming that are good. Since we were saying before that we've been forced to adjust what that actually means because of the way media companies have been treating the fans. And where we're getting shows that in the past we would probably dismiss as not good, being accepted because they don't crap on us, and B, they're at least semi-coherent. So the problem is we've basically changed the definition, and that's not good for the culture as a whole.
Yeah, especially with
Because
Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah. I want. Hey, how do I get in on? How do I get in on that sweet payola deal? Because
I am willing to so get paid.
Oh yeah, I'm willing to write glowing reviews for anything. If you pay me.
I am willing to write something like Star Trek: Strange New Worlds is a good show. Where's my money?
Okay, there may be exceptions to that. There might be a line there that can't be crossed, but
oh well, okay.
You can always write Strange New World. It's a show.
Yeah,
there you go. Where's my money? Where's this check? Where is this check?
Man, like Gary likes to say, we are shit connoisseurs.
Well, that's what we've become. I mean, that really, look, it's easy when you look back at anything that predates, you enjoying something. When you're a child of the 2000s and you're looking back on entertainment of the 90s or the 80s or the 70s, and to think to yourself, wow, that's not the best stuff. As you get older, you'll start to understand. And when you lived more of a life, you start to really understand what good entertainment is. That's part of what I tried to do with talking about Star Trek as a series and how it compares to all the other spinoffs and all the other shows that have come after, especially going all the way into Discovery and Strange New Worlds.
Yeah.
That writing staff they had for Star Trek were people that had actually lived lives. It's nothing against anyone that's young. It's just a fact. And you're going to learn that fact for some of you under a certain age, that when you've lived a life, then you can actually see and understand a lot of what's out there. Picard is not the byproduct of how good of a job the Discovery universe is. It's the byproduct of people who have actually kind of lived just a little bit.
Yeah. I think to fix everything in society, we just got to have a limit on who can make the decisions. So you've got to be at least Generation X to make decisions. Yeah.
Well, I
because
may be a little more extreme than you. I think that to fix society, we need an asteroid or something like that.
Wow.
Yeah,
things just went from like gray to just like charcoal black, buddy.
Reset and we restart again. Imagine thunder.
That's okay. We've got a path that's gonna swing really, really close to us come 2029. All it'll take is a little extra gravity here and there and adjust that flight path, and we won't be having a good day.
That's one way of looking at it.
Yeah.
Sax Anima was in the chat. I think she abandoned us.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I butchered the French language and she hasn't jumped on to call me out for it.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
But Martine ran her off. That's what happened. But yeah, as far as what we were discussing earlier, for those that don't know, the story broke this week that there were companies that were paying reviewers on Rotten Tomatoes for positive reviews.
No way.
Yep. Afraid
Here,
so.
let me give you my shocked face.
Yeah. I would give you mine, but it's currently in the shop. So
I'm still in that.
but
The best thing about that news is they break it out like, oh my God, look what everybody was. Yeah, we know.
yeah, we figured out. And we're talking about actually getting paid, not if you want access, you'll give us good reviews like Disney does. That people were getting cash money. And
this is going back years. This isn't just a new thing. This is going back years.
Well, I mean, it goes back to like the payola scandal in, was it the 60s? Or was it the 50s?
Well, it's similar, but it didn't go back that far because, Rotten Tomatoes hasn't been around at that long.
Oh yeah, I'm talking about the whole paying for good press thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But Six was shocked, but that's because she's an idiot and believes the best in people. Oh, you're not an idiot. You're just a nice person.
Yep.
Too nice for her own good, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Six is awesome.
Yes, she is.
Penny's here.
Penny!
Hello, Penny.
We missed you to start the show, but we're glad you're here. And say hi to Danny for us.
Penny, a woman way too young to have a child that age.
Yeah.
Anyway,
yeah. So to get on with today's subject, since we've him and hawed around now for a little bit, we are going to be doing the best of streaming this year. And when I made my list, I split my list between returning series and new series. Because I don't know. I couldn't decide how we wanted to do it. So I do it that way, and then I'll list my stuff later, I guess. But I guess we can start with everybody's list. Keith, do you want to start this time?
I think it's best if you start because I am. Everything disappeared on screen for me for about a moment.
Okay. All right.
Oh, that's not good.
That is not good.
Well, let me start with my honorable mentions. Now these are all series that I'm going to be that came out this year, so they're new this year. First honorable mention is a documentary series called Quarterback, which details the lives of 3 NFL quarterbacks, including Patrick Mahomes, which is why I like the series, because everyone knows I'm a Chiefs fan. But it was really well done, and it really gave you an insight on the thought processes of a pro football quarterback and what goes on around him and around with the team and what kind of interactions that are there besides, what you would assume would be there. So my second series is The Griffin, which is a fantasy series. Now, I haven't finished it yet, but the 3 episodes I've seen are really, really good. The third is American Modern Chinese. That's on the Disney Channel, and it stars Michelle Yao, and I can never pronounce his name, but Short Round, among others. Ki Kwan. Yeah.
Ki Kwan.
Ki Kwan. Yeah, that gentleman. Whatever,
Hugh Kwan.
Hugh. Yeah. Sorry, I'm butchering it. I'm poor. I have poor American dialect.
Do you know what a key is?
Yes.
Key. Say key.
Ki Hugh Kwan.
There you go. You got it.
Yeah. Anyway, but it reminds me of it's kind of it's a kid drama or a kids show, a kid teen, but it really has a lot of that feel like do you remember the Jackie Chan show, the cartoon?
Yeah.
It's kind of got that kind of vibe, even though it's a live action show. But it's really, like how I'm sorry, my brain's shutting down. Like how Ms. Marvel was focused on family. This is too, but instead of being a Pakistani or Muslim family, this is an Asian American family. So the last one of my honorable mentions is The Rig. And that was, I don't know if you saw that one or not. That was basically a sci-fi thriller about this drilling rig drills down and basically wakes up something. And it's, it ends up controlling people, and it just threatens the end of the world. In fact, it pretty much wipes out the entire city. So, of course, there's disaster going on. I'm going to watch. So, but yeah, those are my honorable mentions. Do you have any honorable mentions, Keith? Or were you struggling just to get 5?
No, I don't have any honorable mentions. I mean, I like what I like, and I'm pretty straightforward that way.
Yeah.
I mean, this year really has been one of those years where it really has hit home that there are starting to be differences the way things are written. And I found myself not being as in the gray with a lot of stuff, unfortunately. I don't know how to put that a different way without sounding way too mean. But yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I noticed that we have Kingsport Cow and Tim is here as well.
Now, I do have...
And the Mighty Orbots. Oh, go ahead. Okay, sorry.
I do have 2 honorary mentions.
Oh, excellent.
The first one, of course, Ahsoka. And the second one is the short in Prime Video, Atom Eve from Invincible.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Oh, yes. If you read the comic, it's 70% accurate, and other 30% artistic liberties. But it's a good product. I enjoy it.
If we revisit this at the end of the year, I might have other series to add, because Gen V is coming out, and I'm a big boys fan. So, I mean, I read the comics, and it was, and believe it or not, that series is, compared to the comics, is tame in a lot of places.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Especially with Black.
Black Noir.
Yeah.
Yeah, Black Noir. The change that they made on the show compared to what they do in the comic. That's even, look, I'm sorry. I'm always like ready to give a brother work. But oh my goodness. Oh geez, how they have black. The reason why Black Noir is the way that he is in the comics versus on the show. Oh my goodness. Not only is he's a more brutal, it makes a lot more sense than what the television show does.
Yeah. I don't know if we want to actually spoil.
No, I'm not going to spoil it. I'm just saying, get the comic.
Now, about this
Yeah,
coming from
and
Kingsport.
by the way,
from Kings.
Herogasm was PG rated compared to what Herogasm is in the comics.
And you are so right. Oh my goodness. But
Yeah.
Again, it is for all those reasons why, comic book fans in general have become disillusioned with a lot of these adaptations, not just movies, but streaming shows. The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen is a way better comic with sequels than the movie ever was.
Yeah.
Ever. And the way they did that movie is just wrong on so many levels. Now, I'm not saying that not every adaptation that Hollywood does is wrong, but there are a lot of differences, like MASH, the book, MASH, the movie, and then the all the liberties taken with the MASH television series. And there are a lot.
That doesn't necessarily make a bad show, though, because MASH was an excellent show.
No. You missed what I said before. It's not necessarily that it's a bad thing.
Oh, okay.
But you're not getting what the person who created all that did. And by only seeing it as just that one book, that one story, kind of like how people have never read the other books in the series. They've only read The Last of the Mohicans and don't really realize that you're actually just reading the second book of a trilogy.
Yeah.
And how Hollywood has become obsessed with only that one book and never giving you the first book or the third book. And it's the same way with MASH. They become obsessive about the first book of a book series. And that there are more adventures.
Is there 12 MASH
Something
novels?
like that. But the first 4 are the best. And what happens when you allow your 2 lead characters to reunite in the next story? Because there is an end.
15. There's 15 of those things.
Good night.
Yeah.
Tim says 5. So now I don't know.
It's there. Hollywood
No.
and the ability to adapt something is really tricky. It's not easy. Okay, I don't want to sit here and say, "Oh, well, all of it just." You can't say that. Some people are really good at it, and there are reasons for that. And again, I still think The Expanse is probably the current best example of how you can actually do it in a really good way, along with the Harry Potter series.
And that even takes a lot of liberties.
Yes. I mean, you had the author involved with the Harry Potter series, and they still didn't do many of the things that were done in her books. It's not possible to get everything sometimes. So,
yeah.
But for those of you who only know the MASH TV series, you are so missing out on what happens next, because that show, as far as a book goes, way beyond the book and lasts much, much longer. The movie is a little more in keeping with the book, because you need to have your 2 lead characters, Trapper and Hawkeye, meet stateside and have more adventures. Trust me, it's a lot of fun. So,
we have the list
anyway
of the books here.
Deerslayer, Last Mohicans, Pathfinder, The Pioneers from the Prairie. Wow, I didn't know that there were 5.
Well, it looks like we're all learning something today, kids.
Oh, and don't forget, Tim, there was Trapper John MD.
Yeah, but that's all Hollywood stuff.
Oh yeah,
After MASH, Trapper John ND had nothing to do with the books. The only thing they had the rights to was the first book and movie. So that's what they focused on, and they didn't focus on any of the other stuff. According to Trapper John MD, at least, he never really again met a lot of those people. And that's not quite in keeping with the books. Trapper John and Hawkeye did meet again. So and Radar, yeah. It's the ultimate example of how you can take the opportunity to do one thing and spread it out to do so much more based on even changes that you've made. And this is the reason why, for some of us, Star Trek has become, and Star Wars have become, out of control, because you're taking little things and doing big things with just those little things, and taking the story where it wasn't really intended or originally mapped out to go.
Now, we also need to point out that sometimes being a faithful adaptation doesn't work either, because it doesn't translate right into the new medium.
Indeed.
Oh yeah, but we also have to consider time period.
Yeah.
The MASH television series. Look, the greatest sin of the MASH television series is they got this is going to sound like I'm going all woke, but the greatest sin is they got rid of all of the diverse characters.
Yeah.
Because they couldn't get the show onto a lot of southern states. They wouldn't take it if it had a lot of diverse characters, which is the reason why you got rid of all of the ethnic characters out of MASH. MASH is loaded down with a lot of ethnic characters.
Yeah,
that's the reason why a lot of this current stuff of being WOKE is kind of BS, because nobody came along to do a new version of MASH that would actually fit if you wanted to make it diverse, because that's the way it was written.
But it wasn't their kind of diverse.
That's right. It was not their kind of diverse. Having a black doctor, oh man, having a character that you like, only to find out later on that character is racist as F. Oh, shock. Yeah, it's not possible to say that name without getting in trouble.
Yeah, I'm not going to say what his name was. No way. Nope. I'd rather not get the show.
There is a character who everybody likes in MASH, as you started out liking in MASH. And then you later on find out that this person is unapologetic. I mean, just unapologetic in their racism. And you didn't realize that, but that makes part of the story, because you're meant to like this person only to find out that there's something else to them. Yeah. So that's why I keep saying it's time for a new version of MASH, and it's time to adapt at least the first 3 or 4 books. So
how about we come back to the...
Oh, I'm sorry. I drug us so that is so my fault.
No, let's do this. Let's get out with our list, and then we can revel.
Yeah.
Okay. Starting off with number 5, and what good has come out. Now, keep in mind, this list is all going to be new stuff. I'll give you my list of returning shows later. But the first one on the list is One Piece.
Oh,
it is probably the second best anime adaptation I've ever seen. The only one that's better is the Rurouni Kenshin movies.
Yes.
That is something that's extremely faithful to the series. But this new One Piece series, I was worried when they said they said they were gonna do this, and I was like, "Oh, this is gonna suck." I remember some of the others, like Cowboy Bebop and Death Note, and let's not even get into the big screen versions like Dragon Ball Evolution and The Last Airbender. So
Dude, the live action Bleach was god awful.
yeah. But this is, if you're a fan of the series or the manga, you will enjoy this. It's
That's what
well
I've
done.
heard.
It's well acted. It's even well written. But then again, it had a really good template. And they kept true to that template. So
Yeah,
that's my number 5 of new shows.
My daughters, they are anime heads, and the number 2 daughter, she in order of birth, not appreciation because I appreciate them all the same. She is very very excited about that show. She can't stop recommending it to me.
Yeah. Now, Cal, you might give One Piece a try. Give it an episode or two and see if you like it. It's not. I think you'll enjoy it.
Their comics are backward. Yes, I am.
Yes,
It's a little
yes.
jarring.
Yeah, you have to read manga backwards, and it's weird. But that's them. So, Keith, what's your number 5?
My number 5 is that 90s show.
Oh,
Didn't expect that, did you?
no, I honestly didn't.
I had way more fun watching that show than I thought I would. I was just looking for something, and I hit that show, and oh my goodness, I had now. Let me make something perfectly clear. I watched that 70s show, and I'm more of a fan of the first 2 seasons of the show. It's not that I ended up hating the rest of it, but I did like the first 2 seasons. But there's just something about that 90s show. I don't know what it is. You know what? Yeah, I do. Yes, I do. It's Red and Kitty. They should look. If nothing else, they should just have their own show because they are the 2 breakout characters. Because
they were like that in the original series, though.
Yes, that's the thing. It's really everything turns on them, and being a parent now with kids out of the house, I couldn't believe how much sense both of them were making. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah. I had way more fun than I was expecting with that show, and it was very well done. Is it the greatest show ever made? No, but for those who are either empty nesters or about to be empty nesters, and you, like me, watch that 70s show, watch this. Trust me, watch this. So there you go.
Cal.
Cal, I can't blame you for that, man.
Well,
Okay, so
yeah,
it's my turn. Oh, my
yeah,
goodness.
it's your turn.
Yeah, number 5 would be Skull Island.
Oh, the animated series?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Netflix animated series.
Okay, yeah, that was good. That was good.
Yeah, it's good. Not the greatest, but it's good. Good enough to get me hooked.
That's actually my number 1
Oh,
of non-returning series. There were some
Non-
returning series I would put ahead of that, but for new stuff.
returning. What? It was canceled? Was it canceled?
No. I said not counting returning series.
Yes, the beauty.
That's my number 1. If I put in my returning series, then shows like Vox Machina season 2 would be above that.
Oh God! if only you knew.
We steal each other's picks all the time. I was stealing them right and left yesterday. So it's only fair. But that's a good one. I really liked it. It was well done. It fit within the mythos. Now, keep in mind, this is Skull Island. This is the legendary Kong mythos.
Yes,
the legendary monsterverse. So what you know about the movies that are outside of what the legendary movies doesn't count.
However,
So
it has a little vibe of the King Kong series, animated series of the 70s.
yeah, it does.
I think it's going to fit really well ultimately with the television show from Apple.
Yes, I am so
Oh my
waiting for
goodness,
that.
I'm so stoked for that.
I finally saw the trailer to that, and I got to say, I'm
Did you see the new
surprised,
one?
but I haven't seen the brand new one. I saw the trailer that had John Goodman in it. I didn't realize they
Okay.
were going to go that far.
Yeah,
And it's
yeah.
just like, oh my goodness. Okay, I am so down for this.
It goes back to the 50s when Monarch
Yeah.
started.
Yeah, so for those of you who are need to really catch up, if you've seen the movie Skull Island that had John Goodman in it,
Yeah.
that's a part of the TV show, and all you're really doing is adding in Kurt Russell.
Yeah.
And Wyatt Russell, his son.
Yeah, which is, it works.
It works. It works so well. And
What is
wow,
that?
I am so ready for that show. Because I enjoyed watching Skull Island in the theater. And I like how it fits with this whole new thing that they have going on with the movies and for Warner Brothers. And yeah, I'm wow. They should have just called this show Monarch. That's my personal opinion. They should have just called this show Monarch.
Now, I'm trying to look up and see what Monarch Legacy of Monsters, does it have a release date yet? It's this year, November 17th.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna have to make out space on this list. I may have to just say put the top of my list on hold until that comes out.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Same here. We'll just revisit this at the end of the year.
Oh yes.
Because there's a couple stuff coming out that I want to give a chance to. So, like I said, and like that Generation V.
Oh, you mean the Witcher?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No. Let's not mention season 3 of The Witcher. Thank you.
Well, this could happen. How about this?
I will be getting to the MonsterVerse eventually in 2 weeks, or a week from Tuesday, rather. I'll be doing the first on my stream. I'll be doing my first episode of the Heisei era of Godzilla movies. So I'll be covering those, and then I'll do the Millennium, and then do the current generation. And I will do, before I do the current generation, because MonsterVerse started before this current generation did, I will do the MonsterVerse before doing that last one that includes like Shin Godzilla and some other stuff. But plus, I would give time for Godzilla -1 to be out, which is my most anticipated movie of the year. So instantly, as soon as they announced it, it was there. But yeah, I would completely do a MonsterVerse stream. I'm going to.
Penny needs for us to talk faster.
Okay. All right. So my number 4 is Last of Us.
Uh-huh.
I liked it. I enjoyed it. I had some issues with some of the things they did, but overall I enjoyed it. And it was true to the spirit of the show, if not the letter of the show or of the game. And even though there's that whole episode with Frank, and that they not actually having Frank in the, not having the episode, not having him in the episode to guide them, was a little different, but I honestly like the way they do it. I kind of like that flashback of seeing how they got together and their relationship and stuff, and how it produced what ultimately came out of that, and how that guided Joel and Ellie on their journey. Well, these aren't really zombies in a sense.
I wouldn't call them zombies because
Yeah.
they're not undead. They're
Yeah.
just
And Cal, I'm 53 and I still play video games. I'll be 75 in the nursing home with a controller in my hand. Okay?
Unless it's mentally controlled, and then
yeah.
Well,
no,
yeah.
he's
Then
still he's a retro
No,
gamer. So.
I'll be playing old school,
Oh.
or keyboard and mouse, because
Oh.
and then I'll be, and of course I'll be running the weekly D&D session in the dining room.
Or in
Look who's
cyberspace.
here.
Yep.
Polly.
Hey, Polly.
Polly.
But yeah, I liked it. I thought the I forgot the actor's name. It was off the top of my head. My brain won't tell me what his name is, but the guy that plays the Mando, and he plays Joel in this. I forgot the actor's name.
Pedro Pascal.
Pedro Pascal, yeah. I thought he did a great job as Joel. The girl playing Ellie is kind of hit or miss, but I think Pedro did an amazing job of nailing Joe and Joel's character. And I thought it was cool because if I remember right, the voice actor that plays Joel's brother actually plays Joel's brother in the show. They had there were a lot of voice actors that from the game that made it onto the show, either as Easter eggs, like Ashley Johnson being Ellie's mom, because Ashley Johnson is the voice actress that plays Ellie, even though she looks like Ellie looks in the game, looks like Ellen Page. I know I just dead named her, but that's what she was.
I'm a big fan of Ashley Johnson ever since she was in Millennium, and I keep waiting for them to do something else with Millennium. I'm a big Millennium fan, so
yeah. Well, I'm a big fan of Critical Role, and she's on Critical Role. She's one of the voice actresses that does that show. So I'm basically, except for Sam, I'm not really a big fan of Sam Riegel, but all the rest of them I'm a big fan of their work. Personally, not so much, but because I don't agree with them on a personal level on a lot of their stuff. But I enjoy the work they do. I enjoy coming across them in shows. I think it's cool when one of them shows up in a movie or a game or something. You can pick them out. But so anyway, we got sidetracked again. So that's my number 4. Yep, that's my number 4. So Keith, what's your number 4?
Another surprise. It's Fubar.
Not surprising.
Oh, man,
I almost put it on my list of honorable mentions, but
I haven't seen it yet.
I'm telling you, it for me, it just really entertained me. I can't explain it. There's just something about that show that I really dug, and
it's 80s action, the series.
Oh well, okay, there's that.
Yeah.
I just liked it. It did something for me. Is it the greatest show? Is it like the top 10 bestest of all time? No, but for me, it worked. So Schwarzenegger and that entire cast work really well together. And I just really liked it. I love the chemistry. I love the writing. I couldn't wait to I actually, when I got down to the final episode, I was really just trying to savor it.
Yeah.
I think everybody, starting with Schwarzenegger to Monica, Gabriel Luna, everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody was just really good. And it's a comedy. That's the thing. It's an action comedy is really what it was. And special shout out to Travis Van Winkle, who played Alden. Very funny guy. Very funny guy. And Scott Thompson and, Barbara Eve Harris and everybody. Everybody was just good in that.
Yeah.
At least in my opinion. So
yeah, that's a good series. Like I said, it was almost on my honorable mention list, but I wanted to get stuff like that people may not have heard of, like The Griffin or American Born Chinese on there.
okay.
But
Ready?
yeah, sorry, Martine, your turn.
No. Yeah, it's my turn. Oh, okay. The Bad Batch. It's my number 4.
Oh, Bad Batch season 2.
Yeah. And now I fear there won't be a season 3 because Lucasfilm dismantled their animation studio.
Well, it won't look the same, but there'll be a season 3 because they dismantled their animation studio because they're going to use Disney's in-house animation studio.
Oh.
They're gonna. That's why it got shut down, to help save money, but also to centralize their animation. That's why I think they're going to sell Pixar. That'll be the first thing they sell.
Maybe.
Okay. So
That's just my opinion.
okay.
I think at this point,
Yeah,
there are question marks over everything when it comes to Lucasfilm. Because a lot of the problems that Disney in and of itself has, Lucasfilm has in particular. And they're going to need to go through everybody now. So there's no guarantees, because you may not have enough people left at Lucasfilm who were writing on this show to be able to properly guide it. As of right now, okay, everything's in question, including whether or not Dave Filoni is going to get his movie.
Yeah.
So the best way to go at this is that nobody really knows, but there are people investigating who may not be fans, and they shouldn't be. You've got to be objective. Who may not, I should say, there are people investigating that are looking for certain things, and what they've uncovered so far leads one to believe that there's more to find.
Yeah.
The longer it goes on, the more, at least in my view, the better your chances of not having any more Bad Batch or a lot of this other stuff. So
somebody's coming out of their handcuffs. That's all I'm going to say.
Somebody's they're gonna get their pounds of flesh. Yes, and it's not going to be pretty when the other shoe falls.
No.
So there you go.
All right, so are we back to me?
Yes.
We're doing number 3.
Three.
Yep. My number 3 literally just came out 2 days ago. And that's Gamma Rebirth.
Oh, yes.
As soon as I saw it was out, I binged the whole thing overnight, and I didn't get much sleep. But man, is it good.
Do you need to see the previous movies?
No, you
Or
don't. Nope. You can go into it without. All you basically need to know is Gamera's a giant turtle.
it's a retelling or
Yeah, and it is anime, but
yeah, I know.
it's yeah, it's a retell. It fits into the whole lineage of the movies, but it explains stuff as it goes along, so you won't get lost. Because
Come
let's
on,
face it, the
Jeebus.
last Gamera movie was what, 20 years ago.
Hmm.
So they couldn't just throw it out there and expect everybody to know the Gamera mythos that's going to watch it. They're trying to get younger audiences involved. So, but
No,
yeah, it's a very good show. And if you like kaiju and you like anime, I think you'll enjoy this one. I
seeing
thought it
that
was better than Godzilla Zero Point
singular
and
point.
Singular Point. Yeah.
Well, seeing that both Kaijus have crossed the line now into the anime, do you think this could be a prelude for that wet dream of the Kaiju community of Godzilla and Gamera in
The same
doing a
movie.
crossover? Yeah,
Yeah, that would be awesome. That would be the way they could do it. They could do a Godzilla and Gamera crossover. Heck, they could cross everybody over. Let's throw freaking Ultraman in there. Let's
Ooh.
let's throw some of those Super Sentai shows in there. Power Rangers or Kamen Rider or
J-
something.
Jeebus, don't be a David Downer, please.
If you go to Toho and you've got a good script and you go to I forgot what the company is that has Gamera, but if you go to them and say, hey, look, we can combine this, you guys can split the money, this is $1 billion idea, you could get them to, I bet you'd get them to play ball. Because I mean, if Sony and Marvel can play ball, then Godzilla and Gamera can play ball.
Yeah,
Studios have collaborated on stuff before.
studios like money, and this could bring so much money because there are a ton of people who's been crying for that to happen for decades. I still don't get it why it hasn't happened yet.
But Monkey,
Uh,
we have had Marvel versus DC. There's been several Marvel versus DC comics. In fact, there's a comic that merges Marvel and DC into whole new characters. Amalgam.
Let me just put it to you this way. I can honestly, given what is coming, I can honestly tell you, you're probably a lot closer than you've ever been in your life to seeing a DC Marvel movie. And can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, you're closer than ever to a DC Marvel crossover movie, and I'm telling you right now, given what's coming, I would not be surprised if Kevin Feige is the one that makes the call first.
Yeah.
Calling over to James Gunn saying, let's do this thing.
Yeah,
Let's make $2 billion on a movie that people have been begging for
2 billion.
$2 billion.
Come on, man. This will be the first $3 billion movie if everybody brings their A game.
Yeah. So, but it's not outside the realm of possibility. That's my point.
I strongly disagree with this statement, Monkey.
I can understand what you're saying, Monkey Jeebus. I
Yeah.
can't. Because as of right now, the reason why Kevin Feige be the one making the call is that Marvel, as well as Disney, are kind of in a bit of a pickle. and it's a pickle that's not going to be easily gotten through anytime soon. They're looking at having some dark times.
Yeah.
You know, I just think that I think of it this way: there was no way that I ever thought in my lifetime I'd ever see a project like that, let alone what you guys were talking about. You know, but it's all possible. Money and other reasons can really be, you know, I mean, as far as fans are concerned, they just want to see it. The reasons as to why it happens aren't really that important as a fan if you want to really see this. So,
yeah. So, yeah, in today's climate, anything is possible, especially with, like you said, some of the stuff coming out. And I agree with you that Kevin Feige is more likely to make the call than James Gunn is.
Yeah, because James Gunn has he has a catalog of stuff. He has a vault of IP that, for whatever reason, the people who owned Warner Brothers before David Zaslav just never used. I mean, there are characters in the Peacemaker show that have been part of DC Comics for years, and a lot of those characters made their debut on that show.
Yeah, and
so
actually, those characters didn't debut in DC. They're Charlton Comics characters.
Yes, they are Charlton Comics because that's where Peacemaker comes from.
Yep.
Blue Beetle,
Charlton Comics.
Peacemaker.
Sure. Yep.
Judo master, I should say.
Judo master, yeah. Yep.
And so, Keith, what's your number 3?
Yeah, so your number 3.
My number 3 is also a surprise. I initially got into this show watching it with my grandkids, and now I'm kind of hooked. I don't know how else to better explain it, but it's the Dragon Prince, Mystery of Eros. I can't stop the story. It's fun, and it's from the same people who did The Last Airbender. So
yeah, I completely forgot about Dragon Prince. Came out this year.
Yeah, season 5
or season 5. Yeah. I completely forgot about that one. That was good.
Great vocal cast, good storytelling that the entire family can watch, and it's headed a particular direction. You know, I'm just digging it. I don't know what else to say. You know,
that's all you got to say. You enjoyed it.
So take me to task for being a grandfather. Okay, come on.
No, I'm not. Hello, look at all the stuff I watch. Those are, they're all mine are all super nerdy picks. I don't care. Except, okay, quarterback isn't really super nerdy. Well, I guess it is in a sports nerd.
Yes, it is in a sports nerd. Come on.
Yeah.
Sports nerds.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, what do you think fantasy football is? It's D&D for sports nerds.
D&D for jocks. Yep. That's it is. So, all right, Martine, what is your number 3?
My number 3, it's Hello Tomorrow.
Yeah, which we covered here on
yes,
Pop Culture Minefield on Fantastic Friday.
Yes, I love the whole show, the music, the photography, the art direction,
the aesthetics
writing
of that show is amazing.
Yes,
and if you're a fan of Fallout, you see where they got their inspirations from.
It's a retro futuristic style. Oh man, the lounge of the hotel.
Yeah,
I love it.
Feels like it came out of Popular Science or Popular Mechanics from the 50s.
And it's a human show. Besides all the themes, the real estate in the moon, and the tech. It's about people. It's about
Yeah.
this very flow man who's trying desperately to con himself of the con life he has been living. It's amazing. I love that show.
Monkey, Fallout didn't rip off Wasteland. Fallout was made by some of the same team that made Wasteland. That's why it's so similar. You can't really say they ripped it off because some of the same people made it. So
yeah. So John.
Yeah. We're back to my
closer.
number 2. My number 2 is Silo. This is on Apple TV. It's based on the Hugh Hewlett book. How Hewlett? I don't remember the author's name exactly, but I read the books because there's more than one. And it's basically about a society that something, there's this big disaster that happened, and everybody's living in these communities that are basically in a silo type building, and it's big archaeology basically. And supposedly, outside's, it's a wasteland, it'll kill you. And there's this whole conspiracy, and you're finding out that maybe things aren't exactly what they seem, and maybe you're being lied to.
What?
Yep. But it's Hugh Halley's Wool trilogy, yeah. But yeah, it is. It's faithful to the books as far as the spirit of the books. I think that lead actress does a good job, and yeah. So if you like sci-fi, give this a chance. And of course, it's going to be on my list because it's post-apocalyptic.
Okay. That's a show that I've been waiting for. Verdict of coming from someone who has read the book. So
yeah,
I'm
pretty sure Zach's has read the books too.
Yeah,
but
Hugh Howey. Okay, I'll go for it then. Keith,
we're back to you.
Hey.
What's your number 2?
My number 2 really is Peter Jackson's The Rings of Power. No, I'm just kidding.
No. Peter Jackson has nothing to do with that abomination. Thank you.
Well, given what they've done now, given what certain people have spent their money on, you can almost make that argument. There's enough money being thrown around to really help this show. I wouldn't be surprised if Peter Jackson would release a statement going, "Yeah, Rings of Power, that's a TV show," and that's his ringing endorsement.
Rings of Power, that's a TV show. Yes, I've watched it. It's a TV show.
I totally expect them to run with that. Peter Jackson said he watched our show. He loves our show. And I think now that they've bought a lot of that stuff, I think it even gives them rights to some of this work that even Peter Jackson's done to be able to tie it in there. So, yeah, things are about to get dicey. Anyway, here's my number 2. My number 2 is, well, no real surprise, Legion of Ovis. That's it.
Not surprising, yeah.
Yeah, I told you it's not surprising.
You were talking that show up quite a bit when it came out.
Yes, I was, and I thought it was funny, and I liked the cast, and again, all of the callbacks, a lot of the stuff that was going on during the period of time that this animated series takes place. Love it all. Love it all. I mean, okay, Tom Kenny, Niecy Nash, Johnny Knoxville, Caitlin Olsen, and of course, the main man himself, Matthew McConaughey.
All right,
Come on.
all right.
And look, I was one of those people that was really, I couldn't see it. I couldn't see it. It's like, you know what? I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. And then I watched the first episode, and it was like, wow, you know, Matthew McConaughey. Okay.
Yeah.
You add in Don Cheadle, Tara Strong, and for me, the big thing was Priscilla Presley herself playing Scylla. So, yeah, everybody on this show's having fun. And it helps that Priscilla Presley's one of the producers and creators of the show. So,
Yeah.
Wow, Christina Hendricks, Cree Summer, Karen Culkin, Fred Armisen, Ed Helms, Gary Cole, Simon Pegg, Baz Luhrmann himself. Yeah, this is their entire cast because Priscilla Presley's doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, who better?
I don't like Elvis.
That's all right.
So I still haven't watched the Elvis movie. It's just I haven't
It's all right.
I've been able to bring myself to do it. Sorry.
That is A-okay. Craig Robinson. See, Craig Robinson's involved, so come on.
Yeah.
Come on. You know, and that means the episode. Oh, Gary Cole as President Nixon. That was a funny episode. That was a funny episode.
Zach, the show's Agent Elvis.
Simon Pegg as Paul McCartney.
Oh my.
George Clinton playing himself.
No one could play George Clinton except George Clinton.
And Fred Armisen playing Charles Manson.
Charles Manson is in this?
You've got to see this show, man.
I'll give it a look.
It's a combination of it's like if everybody who liked Elvis and even people who were critics of Elvis got together to do an animated series. That's what this is.
I promise you I'll give it a look. I can't promise I'll watch the Elvis movie, but I can promise you I'll give this one a look.
Give this one a look. If you can make it at least to the episode with President Nixon. Oh, wow. Woo. Oh, Matthew McConaughey. I can't hear his voice anymore without hearing Elvis. No, I can't do it. And Tom Kenny. Okay. I haven't been the biggest fan of certain things that he's done, with the exception of the obvious thing. But now I found another character I like Tom Kenny as. You know, AKA Scatter. Elvis's drug addicted chimpanzee. So
okay.
And this movie is, this show is wild, man. It's wild. It's Johnny Knoxville playing Bobby Ray. Come on.
Yeah. I'll give it a look.
Anyway.
Yeah. So, Martine, what is your number 2? My good sir.
I know. My number 2 is Vox Machina, to the surprise of no one.
Nope.
Okay, I'll be surprised. There you go.
Yeah, man. It's this season. It was shocking because I I binged it, and it was gone in a flash, and I was like, "What is this everything? Is this all they have to give it? Now I have to wait again." Man, this season is what's so good.
Well,
The
I have an advantage because I know the story because I watched the entire campaign.
Yeah, I'm
Oh.
waiting to see the animated show before going into that rabbit hole, because but it is in the to do list.
Okay.
The thing with Scanlon and his daughter, and oh man, Lance Reddick, that's gonna hit hard when we see that dragon again without Reddick's voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, and the story of Grog, that season was pure magic. I loved it. Oh, wow, I'm a little behind in the chat.
Oh, all right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that-
I was looking something up.
Yeah.
Campaign 1.
So, Keith,
yeah. Monkey drugged up monkeys are dangerous. Ask Michael Jackson and his nose and wow. And private
Yeah.
parts. Monkey, come on, man.
yeah, Monkey has been extra monkey today.
Yeah.
Oh,
By the way,
jeez.
campaign 1 is 447 hours long.
Oof. That's gonna hurt.
Oh, Uncle and Zach's. Again, this is a show called Agent Elvis. So, yeah, the Venture Brothers movie's out. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. That show should have never gone off the air.
Nope.
Now, remember, they chose to take the Venture Brothers off the air and kept Kurtzman Trek.
Yep. There's a new Metalopocalypse movie too.
Yeah, there is, and I think they put out an album, and
Yep.
and
Death Clock put out a new album,
oh,
and they
jeez.
toured with Baby Metal. And I wish I could have went and saw the show, but
wow.
Is this true, Keith?
Agent Elvis is a fictionalized take on Elvis's life from 1969 to 1970. It was an animated series. It's an animated series that Priscilla Presley put together and decided to cast, helped cast. And a lot of people got involved to do this, including Don Cheadle, which, as far as I'm concerned, is the only thing he's come out with this year that's any good, because that other show was a bunch of horse stuff. I mean, look, Sam Jackson's in it, so it's not totally bad, but it's bad.
yeah, it is totally bad.
I get it. I suppose you're
like-
talking about the unmentionable word.
I like a lot of. I give a lot of Marvel shows a chance. I was extremely disappointed, and a lot of the points actually pissed me off about how so far off the reservation they were with stuff. That it's easily my most hated of the Disney Plus shows.
I would put that thing in theaters just so I could walk out and call my agent mad and fire them. I mean, that's how bad the show is. I
Put
mean,
it in theater.
wow.
Put it in theaters so I can walk out and demand a refund.
From myself.
Yeah.
Oh man. Whew. Look.
Well, it surely killed The Expanse.
Oh, that pissed me off so much.
Say what?
Oh, what they did to Kaz.
Oh, because Jeebus is saying Me Too killed a bunch of shows. Don't believe women if you want good entertainment. And that Me Too
Well,
apparently-
there's you have to at least investigate. That's
Yes.
what I'll say.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because-
Don't believe. Investigate.
Trust but verify.
Yes.
And don't cancel somebody as soon as an accusation comes out. Wait until you find out the truth.
Boy, did they learn that with oh man, we would have a new Pirates of the Caribbean movie now if
Yeah.
Disney had to learn that lesson too, because this would be a fine time to get Johnny Depp as Captain Jack out there. Help make some money. But we can't do that.
We wouldn't be worrying about whether they're going to continue with the contracted episodes of Rick and Morty or not. Well, they're going to go forward without him, but I got a feeling they'll bring him back because he can drop a huge lawsuit on them for what they did.
Yep.
That would be a very awkward work environment when he gets back.
Well, also let me also say this though. I think there is a possible future where Johnny Depp could go back to work for Disney.
No, he doesn't want to.
Yeah, he doesn't.
No. I think he would be able to. I think there's a chance. There's a road there. Okay. But it's going to involve quite a few people who are currently working for Disney not to be there anymore. And with the way things are going, that could very well happen.
Well, it's gonna involve a rather large dump truck full of cash, I'm sure.
I'm sure. But I can see the road that Johnny Depp could actually, take to get back to Disney. I know what he said, but never say never. I mean, there have been quite a few people that have said, no, I'm never going to do it. And next thing you know, there have been a lot of people that retired and then kept coming back. So, I think Johnny Depp could find himself playing Captain Jack at least one more time.
After Logan.
Oh, jeez.
After Logan, he said he was done with playing with Wolverine. He's never going to play him again. It was too much work to get in shape, and he's getting too old. And I said when Disney bought Fox, that they're going to back a dump truck up and bring him back. And
it's magical.
They backed the dump truck up and brought him back.
Yep. It's magical how that happens.
Yeah.
Dump truck full of money. All I have to say is, if you just want to give me like 1/4 of the contents of that dump truck of money, I do. I would give everything you put out this year a decent Rotten Tomato score.
Yeah.
It's a Disney show starring Sam Jackson, which is quite appealing to fans. Where's my money? Oh, jeez, monkey!
They would have to start the printers up again to make more money for that.
Well,
Disney would have to start printing money.
Good night, folks.
It was nice to have a channel.
It was nice to have a channel.
Well, I can at least defend myself on that point. So
Look,
I-
Hugh Jackman coming back isn't
Yeah.
just about a dump truck full of money for him to come back for one movie, though. Okay?
No, he's-
Everybody needs to realize he's coming back for multiple movies. And the way they've redone it's Secret Wars. All of you who keep walking around going, yeah, Secret Wars is going to be the cure to everything, and they're going to bring all these people back. Hate to burst your bubble, but in case you didn't get the memo, it's not happening.
No.
I know some of you have heard things. It's not happening.
as much as we want it,
Yeah.
because the dream scenario is the Russo brothers back to direct it.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. They've decided to take all those ideas that everybody had, especially after you saw Endgame, and it's really just going to be a reunion of the Peters and the coming of the X-Men.
Yep.
That's basically what they're going to do, because it's not just going to be Wolverine. They're
It's
going to
also going to
bring
be
back
Fantastic Four too.
Yes. But I mean, they're going to bring back the original Fox X-Men cast, or at least some of them, with Hugh Jackman's Wolverine and the 3 Peter Parkers.
Yeah.
Add a few other characters, like Ms. Marvel, because there's no suspense there. They're not going to kill her.
No.
Captain Marvel, who they might think about killing her just to give her a death scene, but chances are they won't kill her.
She's officially a mutant in the comic books now.
Ms. Marvel, yes.
When they brought her back, they brought her back as a mutant instead of an Inhuman.
Oh, man. Kevin Feige, what are you doing, dude? What are you doing?
No.
I mean, every look, you cannot say that he didn't know what was going on. I'm sorry, you cannot.
No.
He has been in charge. He knows what's going on, and as far as the movies, the Disney Plus shows, and comics, you have to lay all this at his feet.
Yeah.
He's either completely and utterly incompetent, which means I could do his job, and he probably wouldn't even know I was there.
Yeah.
Or he's approving all this. You can't have it both ways, Marvel fan. You can't.
Nope. And I kind of like Ms. Marvel. Out of all the woke characters that came out in that spate, they're still coming out with them. But you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
All the representation characters that came out. I actually liked Ms. Marvel. I liked her power set. I kind of liked her story, and I liked the series. I didn't even mind playing her in the Marvel Avengers game.
Well, that's you.
Yeah, that's me. I'm also the same guy that watches Asylum movies on purpose. So,
well, it's hard to watch them accidentally. So,
good point.
No, not when they have titles like Atlantic Rim. You could see some parent picking that up for their kid because they're a big fan of giant monsters and thinking that it's going to be, what they're wanting. But that's what those mockbusters are for, to catch people off guard. That and to give Sci-Fi Channel content.
True. Look, let me just end a lot of this by saying this. For those of you who haven't seen the news yet, it's looking more and more likely that, surprise, shock, surprise, that Infinity War and Endgame cost way more than what we were originally told, which means that the amount of money they made off those is a lot smaller than what we were told.
Yeah.
Smell that? That's smoke, kids.
Yep.
Coming straight from Disney. That's a lot of smoke.
There's something on fire, and they're ignoring it.
And I mean, everybody's involved now. I mean, there are problems with everything over there. That's the reason why I can definitely say, if you're Johnny Depp, you're going to walk over there with your favorite walking stick and a bag of marshmallows and enjoy the show.
Yeah.
You're
And
weak,
just wait.
dude.
Wait to get that phone call.
Monkey, Morbius isn't part of any of Phase 4 or Phase 5. Morbius is part of the Venomverse,
Yep.
No, I think, yeah.
which is separate from the MCU. There's some crossover there, but there's not. And I had problems with it. I'll just leave it at that. So anyway,
Cool.
Martine, what's your number 2?
No, I already said it. Vox Machina.
Oh, that's your number 2.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're to my number 1.
Yes.
I'm the one holding up this show. Okay.
Oh.
We've already said my number 1, and that's Skull Island.
Okay.
Because I'm a huge MonsterVerse fan, so. But I can almost guarantee that Monarch is going to be my new number 1 by the end of the year.
That's what I'm thinking. I mean, a lot of this will probably change between now and the end of the year. Because, oh, geez. Yeah. There are a lot of things that could really, yeah.
And Vox Machina is my number 1 returning show. But
Okay.
that's no surprise because I'm a huge Critical Role fan. I watch it every week. I've been watching it every week for years. Was it too good? No, it was not too good. It was, first of all, I don't like the actor.
Nah, that's for me, it's another
sorry.
case. Movie was so bad that it was good. Man, I cannot see. Oh, I forgot his name. The guy who plays the Doctor, Doctor Who.
Well, it doesn't. He doesn't quite. It didn't. He doesn't fit with the way the comic book was, and the whole thing was. They were supposed to help usher in the Midnight Suns,
Mm-hmm.
and because that was the plan, because that would have brought Morbius into the MCU. But now that's not going to happen.
Oh, team is fighting.
All right, where's that timeout button?
Oh.
Chiefs played poorly. We only lost by 1 point, but we should have been up by 20. Yeah, apparently none of the wide receivers could catch a ball that night. We had no Travis Kelce. Chris Jones was sitting in the stands. We had a lot of problems. But then again, we've started out poorly before, and we won Super Bowls. So talk to me at the end of the season when we're hosting the Lombardi for the second time in a row.
Oh, dude, don't jinx it. Don't jinx it. No. Back up off that. Just back up off
Okay.
it. It's like, look,
Okay.
just talk to him at the end of the season.
Yeah.
Once everything is done. You never want to jinx that, dude.
No, I don't. Nice. My new shirt was supposed to. My new shirt shipped. Amazon's giving me pop-ups.
Okay.
Sorry.
So
I ordered a bunch of T-shirts from Amazon because I can wear 3X now, and I just kind of gone crazy. Just buying T-shirts.
Really?
Yeah.
it's your new revenge mode.
Well, I'm replacing 2 Metallica shirts that I used to own in high school. And it was hard to find the Ride the Lightning shirt with the actual back piece that isn't vintage. You know, because they only reissued it for the anniversary of Ride the Lightning, like the 20th or whatever it was. And I had the Master of Puppets that had the track list on the back in high school. And I finally found another one that they've reprinted. So that, and I bought some D&D shirts, but sorry, we're way off topic.
Don't worry. Oh, Keith, your number
So what's your
one.
number one, Keith?
Personally, I'd like to just first of all say I'd like to use this as a temporary placeholder. Okay. Because I could go ahead and tell you my number one is Suits. But I'm not going to do that to you because that's a show that's already come and gone. I mean, it's really been out of production for about 4 years. But I mean, that show is a hit, a massive hit.
Aren't they bringing it back for a new season?
There's talk, but because of the strikes and everything else, nothing's been done, nothing's been signed, nothing. Okay, but the ratings do not lie. People are watching the heck out of that show. Okay,
they must
and
have
so
missed
am
it
I.
the first run because I watched it in the first run. I loved it on USA.
Yeah,
I watched it every week.
The ratings that are coming out on that show, oh my god.
That's probably because everything else sucks.
Netflix is clocking in some major numbers for that show. It's outdoing pretty much everything they got. Everything. That's how big this show is.
So it's pretty much their official replacement for The Office.
Pretty much.
As their staple show.
Yes.
White Collar gets a revival too.
I would like it, but I mean, again, we got to wait till after all of this.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking something tells me that we probably won't even hear anything until after October, and by then, force majeure. And
they've already canceled JJ's
contract.
No.
No. What happened with all the people connected to Warner Brothers is technically they've been put on timeout. Basically, they have. Force majeure has not happened yet.
Oh,
okay. When it does, you'll know. But as of right now, JJ's contract, Greg Berlanti, and everybody else, they've just been put on a timeout. Technically, they were all still kind of drawing paychecks. Mindy Kaling and J.J. Abrams and Greg Berlanti were still getting paid. Well, now that's come to an end.
Yeah.
So, but it's not force majeure yet. Once that happens, there are going to be a lot of changes. I'm telling you right now, everything that's going on with Disney, this is going to allow them to get out of a lot of contracts, not just for TV shows, but with people. And if Kevin Feige doesn't wake up and start doing something and getting us back to where we were with phases 1 through 3, he may just find himself going to do something else for a little bit.
Hey, Disney, if you want to kick that force majeure in, I got a whole stack of pink slips I can start handing out for you.
Oh, man. But my number one.
Yeah.
My number one is
She-Hulk.
my number one is the Continental. What? What?
That isn't even out yet.
Yeah, it doesn't count.
That's cheating.
Yeah, I know. If we could just extend this a little bit, I got about 2 weeks. So I need to put a temporary replacement in there. So I pick Heart of Stone, starring Gal Gadot.
Okay.
It wasn't a perfect movie by any stretch, but I had a lot of fun watching it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay. That's that. Yeah, that's fine.
That's my temporary replacement placed right in there until the Continental comes out, and then it automatically changes into the Continental. So
Yeah.
there you go.
Well, like I know my number one's going to be Monarch Legacy of Monsters.
Yeah.
Godzilla in a TV show? Yes, that's my number one. I haven't seen it. I don't care. I don't need to see it. I know it's my number one.
Wow. You know what? I will say this. Since they are tying that show into all of the movies, they could conceivably have Bryan Cranston make a cameo appearance.
Yep, they sure could.
Because of the way this show is done. Because you're gonna, it's not just what's happening right now, but it's a look right back into the past with a family. It seems like that is tied to this organization, and wow.
Well, it takes place in 2014, and well, it takes place in a lot of time. But one of the that scene you see where Godzilla's roaring at the bus,
yeah,
that takes place during his attack in San Francisco.
Wow. So Bryan Cranston, and I forgot who played his wife in that, because she's also a famous actress. Both of them could actually be in this.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I don't think so, because he wasn't involved with Monarch until after he got caught, after his wife had died, and he went all conspiracy theory on everybody.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Well, then, though, just having him come through in a scene or, some way of crossing over would be interesting. And that would really tie everything together. Oh, geez, dude. Yeah. That's a good pick.
Supposedly, it's supposed to tie in with Kong x Godzilla, too. Or Godzilla x Kong.
Oh, gosh. Okay. That's a good one. Yeah, I'm still keeping the Continental. One. Yeah. I'm still keeping the Continental, though. So, because it's got Mel Gibson in it.
Yeah, well, my pick has Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell's cool. I know. Mel's a little crazy. Kurt Russell's cool.
Yeah. So, all right, Martine, what's your number one?
Okay. Well, I don't care. Picard season 3.
That's a really good pick, dude.
Yep. That's actually my number 4 in my returning series.
Yeah. You know what? If the Continental isn't good, replace it with Picard season 3, just like my buddy Martin. So, what did you really like about Picard series season 3, or really the real Picard season?
Yeah, the only season of Picard. Well, it's easier for me to enumerate the things that I didn't like, because there are so many, it's so little, and there are more nitpicks than anything else. For example, the old Black Bridge that it still doesn't sit well with me. And man, well, spoilers. I hate they killed Rolaren. However,
yeah,
that happening and the way it happened and all that,
she went out like a boss. So that's all I'll say about it.
Yes, I can see that you understand me. One hates that it happens, but loves the way it happened.
Yeah. the best
And
praise I can give Picard season 3 is that it's fan service done right.
Oh, yes.
There you go. Terry Metalis, God love you, man.
Yep.
You did so much good work within the confines of something that was such crap. I mean, wow. I mean, Terry Metalis, we all know that somebody's ego got really bruised because that show did so well, or else they would have signed him and allowed him to do Star Trek Legacy. It's bad enough that he's not going to talk stuff, and he's going to be all nice. And with Star Trek Legacy, he was going to keep it within the world that that K-Trek existed.
Yeah.
But they should just go ahead and give him that.
Yeah.
And the fact that somebody's allowed to continue work on their what was it, that movie that they're doing?
Oh, Section 31.
Section 30, yeah.
Ugh.
That's a Section 31 movie. God, I hope they release that to theaters. I hope so. I've become more and more like Nerdrotic in that sense. Yeah, release. I dare you. Release it to theaters.
Watch it fail.
Spend an extra $125 million on marketing that thing. Yeah, dare you. I will dare you to do it. I will be happy.
This coming from War Monkey.
Yeah, that's yeah. Well, thank goodness he had a career before he got mixed up with them.
And he'll have one after.
And he will definitely have one after, because this guy is really good at rebooting things and taking properties that people thought were over or you couldn't do anything with and finding a way in. Okay, basically, he's a better Alex Kurtzman because he likes the stuff that he does.
Hey,
That's the thing.
Welcome.
All right. Well,
Good to see you.
To put a bow on this from my perspective, my returning series that I listed out separate, I'll do it top to bottom. It's easier that way. Vox Machina season 2 is my number 1. Number 2 is Bad Batch season 2. Number 3 is Futurama season 8.
Okay.
Number 4 is Picard season 2 or season 3.
So I was gonna say.
Yeah. Shadow and Bone season 2.
Ooh,
and
yes.
Beavis and Butthead season 2.
Repeat that one.
Beavis and Butthead season 2.
You're a man after my own heart.
That is good to know.
But those are the returning series that I thought were well done and deserve a look.
There's a reason why you and I are friends.
Yeah, and have been friends for a long time.
Long time. In fact, the number of years you and I have been friends. Wow. There's just
we almost predate the internet.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, the popular use of the internet, not the internet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, we don't go back that far.
No.
Oh man, that was. Whew.
Yeah.
Anyway. Oh, Monkey. Why did you have to do that, Monkey? See, now I can't listen to that music the same way. Oh, man.
Oh.
Thanks, Monkey.
Well.
Yeah. On that note.
Bad Monkey. Oh, look. I know that my picks kind of really went outside the bounds there, but
No, your picks were good.
I'm making it to an age where I'm just not caring. You know, I like what I like, and all of these shows I like. They entertain me, and I'm hoping all these shows get a chance to return for new seasons. Elvis season 2, but I just
Well,
yeah,
One Piece has already been greenlit for season 2.
cool. I know that there's more Dragon Prince on the way.
Yep.
I'm really interested in the Old Guard too. That's coming up next year.
Yeah.
And check out the cast for that. They've added some new people. This is going to be a lot of fun. The Old
Yep.
Guard, season 2.
And if you get a chance, check out the original comic books.
Away from what they had in the comic originally.
Yeah.
But I'm interested to see what they're doing for season 2 of that.
Yeah, they went off. They took the idea from the comic and then they went their own direction with it.
Yeah.
That's not necessarily a bad thing. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Well, that's the reason why Netflix should go ahead and do their own version of MASH and adapt the first 3 to 5 books. And while they're at it, just go ahead and do League of Extraordinary Gentlemen also as a miniseries.
That would be awesome.
Parts of it would be kind of difficult, considering who the actual bad guy of the comic is.
Yeah, that's true.
Problematic, as they say, the kids say today.
Yep, that's problematic. There's a lot of stuff that is problematic by today's standards.
Yes,
No.
Ariel. That's exactly.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No, it's a comic book that they turned into an amazing event for Netflix, and that was put out last year. If you've not seen it yet, as soon as you're done with this show, you should just pop your popcorn, sit your butt in front of the TV, go to Netflix, and type in The Old Guard. Good for you.
Yep. It's definitely, and it's not comic book superheroes. Put that out there. It's a action series, show, event, whatever you want to call it.
I thought you were talking about the Charlize Theron movie.
Yeah, it's a movie. Yeah. I was thinking, why was I thinking it was a series? I was thinking it was like a mini series for some reason. I don't know. I've slept since then.
Yeah, War Monkey wasn't the same vibe that but apparently we were right. We're all talking about the same movie. Yeah,
We know what we're talking about. We just
that movie
may
was,
not. May just be fuzzy on the length of it. That's all.
Yeah, I found it okay. Not so good. Not bad.
Oh.
But not. I don't know. I saw it and that's okay. See it again? I don't think so.
I've watched it twice, I think. That'd be the cease and desist saw. Yeah. Cease and desist call. Yeah, that's either that or it's the call about them bringing them in to fix everything.
I don't think it is in their heart to try to fix things.
No, that's true. So, well, we have come to the end of the show.
Indeed.
And so what's next for Pop Culture Minefield, Martin?
Oh, this Monday we will have the return of the leader. We will have Gary on Military Monday talking about, at last, The Last Samurai, which has been pushed like 4 times. Joe is going to fall into madness if we don't do the show.
Yeah, he's gonna throw a fit if we don't do it. So, but yes, we have the return of Gary. He will be back Monday.
And we have I trust we'll have Dark Matters with Dawn and Gary.
Yeah,
We'll have Dangerous Military Nerd, the same interview that was postponed last week because one of the guests was having problem. He could not make it to the show, so we decided to move it to this week.
Will we be launching our new show called Shadow Puppet Fun?
No.
What?
Oh no. Okay.
No.
Sorry.
That's still on the drawing board.
Okay.
Yeah. But Tuesday is the Chief's show. Do you know what he's doing?
Yes. The Black Dahlia.
Oh, the Black Dahlia murders. Nice.
Yeah.
Is that when we're going to launch that show called Fun with Glue? No? Okay. Sorry.
Well, Wednesday, we're getting lost in space for game day, and because I'll be going back to Starfield since I'm out of the building now.
Mm-hmm.
And I did log into the character to dump stuff in the ship. By the way, that I did find the research station, but the safe behind the captain, the pilot seat, isn't unlimited storage. It's got a storage limit. So I'll have to find somewhere else to store most of my stuff. But anyway, so yeah, and plus that'll be running on my brand new SSD, so we won't have the same jitters that we've had before.
Oh. Did you get it yet?
No, I'll have it. I bought it from Newegg and I paid for rush shipping, so it'll be here Tuesday, and it won't take me long to install it.
Nothing like paying for it.
Ariel.
Thanks, Ariel.
Yep.
And
he's got that stick-to-itiveness. And then Thursday is morning coffee with Keith.
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
what are we doing, Keith? Do we know yet?
You know what? Yeah. Well, I'll let you know. But
okay.
It'll be fun because it'll be morning coffee with me and the guys. Yeah. And yeah. I promise it will not it will not be about having fun with glue. I will. Tim. Oh no. Really, Tim? You went there? Come on, dude.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's hardcore.
Yep.
Oh no.
That's a
dude.
joke that's a joke I'd expect out of Monkey.
That's dark, man. That is really dark. Oh wow.
And
okay, we better take that off the screen.
Then we've got TG. I'm not sure what we're doing Friday morning, but I know Friday afternoon we're doing TGIF as usual. And next week is Saturday Morning Funtime, and I believe it's going to be a Tom and Jerry.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're going to do Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Wow. So we're actually. Oh, so you mean the comics?
No, I'm talking about the in the movie.
The 1990 movie.
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
How dare you?
I can say that. I can say that.
Well, yeah. Well, I like the 1990 movie, but that's just me, I guess.
I know.
Me too. I love it.
I know that there are people out there that love that. I know there are people out there that like the Saturday morning cartoon adaptation as well. You know.
Yeah.
I know all those people exist.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm wearing the shirt from the cartoon.
Yeah, I know. I noticed that.
Coffee hot tub. Oh my.
Oh my. That's a different kind of hot tub.
Yeah, yeah,
That sounds like you're trying to cure something.
yeah. But
Look, if I ever did that kind of hot tub, this would be a different kind of show.
yeah, this would be on Twitch and Rumble. That wouldn't be here.
Well, I mean, it'd be coffee with a little something extra. And by a little something extra, I mean something that kind of resembles water.
Ah, yeah.
Without being water. Wink, wink.
Yeah.
I'm at a loss of words here.
Anyway,
Like I said, if I ever had that kind of show, that's what it would be.
yeah. So that brings us to the week. So that's what's coming up this next week on Pop Culture Minefield. I look forward to seeing you all on Monday for the return of the boss, return of Gary. Back
Springsteen? Oh
no, the boss of this show.
The return of the Geary.
Yeah,
wow, Ariel. just keep going.
Yeah. I think we've degenerated enough. I think we just need to call it at this point. So for Keith and Martine and everybody here at Pop Culture Minefield, we thank you for watching, and we hope you have a great rest of your weekend.
Bye.
Come on! I'm doing a show!